Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith takes place in the year 19 BBY, or before the Battle of Yavin.
For all you uncultured folks, that means 19 years before A New Hope.
It opens up with the iconic opening crawl, the only kind of narration we are okay with.
Through this, we find out that Chancellor Palpatine has been captured by a new,
and very cool,
droid general by the name of General Grievous,
who pretty much dies instantly.
It was midway through the movie.
It was still too soon.
Moving on, Anakin and Obi-Wan make their way onto General Grievous' ship, which is currently fleeing Coruscant after just having captured the Chancellor.
Once they find the Chancellor, Dooku confronts them.
Unknown to the two Jedi, Dooku has been tasked with testing the young Anakin Skywalker.
But in reality, Sidious wants Dooku out of the picture so he can have a younger apprentice.
That's ageist.
Well, anyways, they fight, and in the process, Anakin relieves Dooku of his head.
A weight has been lifted. Well, now they have the Chancellor, but they're not done yet, because they still are on the enemy ship.
And is still being fired on, which really does not help things.
You know, you would think that they would have thought better of that with the Chancellor being on it.
True, but if they were smart, the Republic wouldn't have fallen.
Fair enough. Well, a bunch more stuff happens, but it's okay, because they have another happy landing.
And this is where the fun begins. Politics.
Skip.
Well, we can't just skip all of it because, this is when we find out that Padme is cheating on Anakin.
I don't remember that part.
Well, she's pregnant, and there ain't no way that he's been around that much because, there's a whole war going on.
Maybe it was the Force.
Well, no matter, because it is here that we find out that Padme is pregnant with Luke and Leia.
Okay, can we skip back to the action now?
Actually, we're not going to be getting back to the action for a while. But, don't worry, it's not all political or bad acting.
Well, next we move to General Grievous going to the Utapau system, where Sidious tells him that Dooku's death was all part of the plan, and that he should move the Separatist leaders to Mustafar.
And this would set up Anakin going to Mustafar to kill them at the end of the movie.
Man, he's good.
Oh, just wait. It gets better. Next, Palpatine puts Anakin on the Jedi Council.
Which he can't do.
But, the Council goes along with it anyways.
But we do not grant you the rank of Master.
What? That's outrageous. How can you be on the Council and not be a Master?
Take a seat. And I'll tell you. You see, the Council doesn't trust Palpatine, and because of the bond and relationship Anakin has with him, they want him to spy on Palpatine.
One, I'm actually already sitting. And two, this obviously pushed Anakin further along on the road to not trusting the Jedi Council. And to think, if only they had made him a master, all their future problems would have gone away. Well, maybe.
Well, yeah, Anakin is scared of Padme dying because of some dream he's been having. And Palpatine knows this, and has a couple good stories that really start manipulating Anakin to the dark side.
Well, Palpatine tells Anakin about a Sith Lord called Darth Plagueis. This Sith was so powerful that he could save others from dying.
Wow, that's actually really convenient, because Anakin wants to save Padme from dying.
Exactly. And when Anakin asked if he could learn this power, Palpatine tells him he can. Just not from a Jedi.
After all that, the Jedi learned the location of General Grievous, and the Council tasked Obi-Wan Kenobi with going after the General.
And so, just about an hour into the movie, Anakin and Obi-Wan say their final goodbye as friends.
So sad.
Very.
On Utapau, Obi-Wan confronts Grievous, and they fight.
And surprisingly, Grievous doesn't run this time. Well, kind of.
Would have been a good idea this time, being that he ends up dead.
News of this reaches the Jedi back on Coruscant, and they tell Anakin to relay this information to Palpatine to see how he reacts.
See, Palpatine was granted emergency power at the start of the Clone Wars, which basically means that he would stay Chancellor until the war was resolved.
So at this point, after General Grievous was killed, it would be time for him to step down.
Although the war wasn't really over, but whatever.
Well, anyway, Anakin tells Palps about the news, and he tells Anakin that he's a Sith Lord.
Those two things don't seem to have anything in common.
Shh. I'm the one talking. So Anakin thinks about killing him, but instead he does the right thing and just tells on him. Reports him to Mace Windu.
And Mace does the smart thing and tells Anakin to stay in the Jedi chambers until he comes back. Because, obviously, who would want help from a Jedi as powerful as him?
So Mace Windu, Kit Fisto, Agent Kalor, and Season 10 go to face Palpatine, and they all immediately die, and eventually Mace gets the upper hand, just as Anakin runs in.
He can't have Palpatine die, because then he'd lose Padme.
But he's too dangerous to be kept alive.
He's too weak.
Yeah, but he has control of the Senate.
Well, Mace is convinced he must die, and so he raises his lightsaber to strike him down. And Anakin cuts his hand off, and Palpatine electrocutes the mess out of him, and Mace flies out the window.
Bye-bye.
And it is at this moment that Darth Vader is born.
Now rise, my new Padawan, and go kill younglings.
Execute Order 66.
Dead Jedi everywhere.
And it's no surprise either. It was impossible to see coming. Even the best could only last a few minutes, and most were just eliminated immediately.
Even Obi-Wan didn't see it coming. He just got lucky because he wasn't surrounded.
So after all that tragedy, Obi-Wan and Yoda meet up and go to the Jedi Temple to make sure that all surviving Jedi are warned to stay away.
And it's during this time that the two Jedi find out what Anakin has done.
Yet, oddly enough, they don't listen long enough to find out where he is going.
Well, that's what Padme's for.
Exactly what Obi-Wan thought, as he went to her to find Anakin.
But she didn't really want Obi-Wan to kill her one and only love. So she didn't tell him anything.
Reasonable.
However, she did immediately leave after the conversation and go directly to where Anakin was.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem. It's not like Obi-Wan would follow her.
No, he didn't follow her or anything. He stowed away on the ship.
Not sure that's better.
Don't worry, he has the high ground.
We're not there yet.
Oh, right.
First, Padme has to get to Anakin, and then find out the monster he's become.
For her.
Then he chokes her, and then the fight starts.
That fight is so cool.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Wait, aren't we forgetting something?
Oh, you mean the fight between Sidious and Yoda?
Yeah, that one.
All that happens there is they fight, find out they're basically evenly matched, and then Yoda loses and goes into hiding.
Wait, I thought you said they were evenly matched.
Okay, fine. He didn't lose. He just had farther to fall.
Fair enough.
Now back to Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Now he has the high ground. Oh, it's over now.
You underestimate his power.
He shouldn't try it.
Oh, but he does.
Yeah, it doesn't end too well.
No, but on the plus side, Obi-Wan does leave him alive to suffer and burn alive.
All's well that ends well.
After Obi-Wan leaves with Padme, Palpatine shows up and finds Anakin.
And while Anakin transforms into the Darth Vader that we all know and love from the original trilogy, a new hope is born.
Actually, it's two new hopes.
And then we end this story with Padme dying, still believing in her heart that there is still good in him.
The very same good Luke believes is in his father later on.
But to find out if they're right, you gotta go watch the other movies.
No spoilers here. Go watch Star Wars like a sane person. Hey, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below as it really helps us out. Also, be sure to check out our channel and our podcast, which you can find on YouTube or any other place you listen to podcasts. And with that, thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.